Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, everybody. Hope you have enjoyed the second Sonic movie. The reason why I say hope you have enjoyed it is because why are you watching this if you haven't seen it yet? Go watch the movie.
Yeah, go watch the movie.
Go
Please.
watch the movie. For two reasons. One, it's a great film. Second, this is a spoiler cast. I'm joined by Sonickick and BlackRockShadow today, and we are going to be talking. We are going to be talking at length about Sonic the Hedgehog 2 in theaters yesterday, as we're recording this. So, couple things I want to get off before we start. I want to thank Synthetic Angel for the great art, the great profile pics that we all have now. The poorly drawn, me with the Sonic ears, Tony with the Sonic drip, and Brendan as Hamtaro with a can of Baja Blast.
It's technically not a Sonic drip. It is a Sonic drip, but it's not because there's Yakuza stuff in it.
Sega drip. Let's just leave it at that.
And and I took my plushie to the movie as well. So yeah.
Hey, I took my Sonic Build-A-Bear to the movie when I saw it on Wednesday.
I saw it on Thursday, so we were both
So we're all in the loop. So the reason why we're doing this instead of just DMing it to each other like we were going to is because I was cooking when Tony messaged me saying, I want to talk to the movie, and then he called me on Discord.
Yeah.
And it's 11 o'clock at night, and I'm cooking dinner because my pattern is all screwed up. So we're just we're doing this now, and we're putting all of our thoughts down onto recording and getting this done. So I'm seeing it again in just under 4.5 hours from now. So let's get this. Let's bang this out. I guess that opening sequence with Robotnik.
Oh, you mean in Mushroom Hill, right?
Yeah, on the Mushroom Planet. It was
It's implied
it's funny.
It's implied it's Mushroom Hill, but but people just call it the gross mushroom planet.
I had to teach myself how to eat fungi and enjoy it.
It was needs a little hint of mushroom. That's for later.
I like that. That was funny.
It was it's funny how Robotnik got mushroom brain rot.
Yeah.
For what 240-something days on the planet.
I mean, I would too. Let's be fair.
Who wouldn't? I mean, it's mushroom brain rot. I've got Sonic brain rot, so it makes sense.
What I found, I guess, I thought a good amount of I got a good amount of the jokes. I like when Robotnik finally summons, like he finally gets the movie rolling and does his machine thing, and he says, "Well, who's gonna come knocking?" And I'm like, "Ha ha ha! I know who's coming. He is coming."
I'm sorry.
Who's coming?
You know who's coming.
Oh man, we're so inappropriate. Anyway, but when fucking the okay, so it's established that Knuckles is the last of the Echidna tribe.
Yeah.
He's the last of them. So who are what species of animal were the other three jerks that came through the ring and tried to basically murder Eggman?
I think those might be humans from a different planet, like from maybe either creature. I'm thinking they're humans because they were human-like. I don't think if the movie wants to introduce black arms, what the fuck? No, but
no, please no.
No, please
It's too early for that. It's too early for that.
But I think I think it's humans who are humans who don't speak English or who are who know the echidnas or whatever.
What the fuck? Can Penders twice?
Yeah,
dude, tell me about it.
Sorry.
So that was just one of those questions I had. At the beginning of the movie, I didn't know how they were going to establish as Knuckles being the last of the echidnas, right? I didn't know if they were going to establish that or not. So I was just thinking, oh boy, just really tall anthropomorphic animals who want to kill somebody.
True.
then I watched the movie, and then Knuckles did his backstory, which we'll get into later. But I think the opening scene of the movie really established that Eggman is really gone insane.
Yeah.
That it established it really well. 240 something days alone on a desolate planet, filled, and the only thing is mushrooms. And it's not established if there's any other living thing. How the hell is Eggman alive? He probably had to figure out how to make some sort of nutrient, supplemental nutrients out of. He's smart. He can figure out how to get vitamin C out of some random mushroom that he hasn't put in his database yet. It's one of those things.
Yeah. I feel like what kind of stuff would all I think about with making with mushrooms is just you can eat mushrooms, and I think mushrooms are cool, but there's not much you can do. You could cook some decent stuff with mushrooms, but they're mostly in addition. So it's just like, imagine if you were on a planet of chocolate. Just too much of a good thing. You know what I mean?
yeah. It's type 3 diabetes waiting to happen.
Yeah.
But I mean, you can pull a Minecraft, just mushroom stew. Crush up 2 different types of mushrooms, heat it up a little bit into a bowl, and then eat it, and then maybe is good. I mean, it kills the bacteria if you heat it up past a certain point, but.
Yeah, he tried to make mushroom coffee too.
He did. That was a good kickback to the first movie. Robotnik likes his coffee a certain way, and he's trying so hard. You can only feel for him there, right? You know he did some bad stuff in the first movie. Yeah. And he deserves to be kicked off the planet. But you kind of feel for him, because he's living in inhumane conditions. Maybe it's just me feeling sympathy for the devil. You know what I mean?
You're feeling sympathy for the devil, my guy.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, it's Jim Carrey. You love Jim Carrey no matter what character he plays.
Oh yeah.
If you don't like Jim Carrey, I should not finish that statement, because I know somebody in my family who doesn't like Jim Carrey outside of the Sonic movies.
Hey yo, you're fucking dead.
I can't
now.
believe this.
Anyways.
Oh, I'm a dead man. I'm a dead man.
But yeah, other than that, I think when you were saying the opening, I thought you were talking about the opening of the city, actually.
Oh,
with
no.
With Sonic, with Sonic in the city, with
in Seattle.
In Seattle.
That. Oh my God! I was basically elbowing Brendan when I was watching this part. I was elbowing him so hard. I was like, "Yes, we finally get to see Sonic do something that isn't with Tom, right?"
Yeah, it's crazy.
And I was like, "Yes."
And the first thing he does is fuck up an entire city. That's insane.
Yeah, that's an adventure reference. You know how?
Because adventure's buggy. I agree. I'm just kidding.
No,
because you noticed that Sonic didn't make a great transition into 3D.
Exactly. Think about it.
The
writers even knew.
Yeah. The references that I was referring to is Sonic is an environmental terrorist in the game. I mean, just literally City Escape, Sonic Adventure 2.
Yeah, I know.
Causes millions and billions of damage to San Francisco or whatever it is.
It was San Francisco, yeah.
Yeah. So billions of dollars.
It was.
And the government still can't catch them, despite the fact that they did. They just can't keep them. It's great.
Apparently the reason, because I know Sonic Team USA was based in San Francisco. And the reason that they destroyed so many properties, they let you destroy so many properties in the game, because they're just California fucking sucks. We hate it.
Yeah. I don't disagree.
I've
never been to California, never plan on it.
Every single person I know from California says it's fucking awful, and I believe them.
Yeah. But it was a hard cut going from establishing Knuckles to title screen to Seattle. It was a hard cut, but I mean, it works. Mm-hmm. I don't need to know exactly what the hell Eggman and Knuckles were doing, trying to get back on Earth using rings. I don't know.
It should
because you know how because.
I think.
Go ahead, Brendan.
You go, Brendan.
It's my it's basically okay. Remember how I was joking about the Venom multiverse car ride movie?
Yeah.
It's just that.
Yeah.
But with Knuckles and Jim Carrey Robotnik.
If I'm aware, with the ring, all they gotta do is just tell they just gotta use it and it teleports them to wherever they desire. They just gotta imagine like the place in their head, and then they just throw it, right?
Yeah, and the reason why I'm happy that they delayed that until later in the movie during the wedding scene, that exposition how the rings work. Excuse me. It sets up a climax of that specific scene in the movie. So we don't need to be. We might have remembered it from Sonic 1, right?
Right.
Where he pictured San Francisco, threw the ring on the floor, and dropped his rings through the bag and left them on top of a building.
Yeah.
But this actually puts more exposition into it. It's like you have to picture where you want to go. You cannot just I want avalanche, throw ring, and now you're on Mount Everest. No, you gotta picture it. It's really interesting how they delayed that exposition until when it was needed.
Right.
So we didn't need all of that that backstory. And I think not only does that cut time out of the movie, but that also it also just adds a little bit of suspense to it, especially towards later in the scene. I wanted to about the Seattle scene. Sonic can't drive. He cannot drive.
Not canon.
Yeah,
they
not drive
didn't
at
see
all.
Sonic. Writers didn't see Sonic drift confirmed. Understandable.
Yeah.
Have a nice day.
They didn't watch Breaking Bad.
Yeah. I forget that exists.
Yeah.
Oh my god. But really what the opening scene establishes a lot. A lot, especially after you've seen the movie. It establishes a lot. Like, he wants to do good. It's just his ways of doing good are a little bit
Superhero.
Let's say rough around the edges.
He
feel
literally wants to be Batman.
Yeah, like I feel like I like how they established that like, yeah, Sonic can be a hero, but he's not doing it but he's doing it in the kind of weirdest, wrongest way, because most likely he's getting a lot of hero experience from comic books and like just doing how he did it in Green Hill and shit like that.
Being a hero is a learn by doing process. And well, he hasn't done a whole lot. He's been on Earth for however long Eggman was on the Mushroom Planet. Add like 3 or 4 days to that, and that's how long Sonic was on Earth.
No, he was there as a baby.
On Earth as a baby? No.
Yeah, remember?
No.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I completely
My guy.
Listen. My brain is rotted.
This guy, look at the Sonickick guy knows more lore than the actual Sonic fan.
Enjoyer.
Sonic fan moment. Sonic fan
yourself.
moment.
Correct yourself. It's the enjoyer. I don't care about the lore. I just like Blue Rat. Anyway, but yeah, you don't. Well, he spent a lot of those years hiding, right?
Yeah, definitely.
He's hiding. So now around the Green Hills, Montana area or whatever. I think it's Montana, right? He's not afraid to hide anymore there. I mean, he's not afraid to show his face. So he's had whatever I say still stands. He has 240 plus days of not being afraid to hide and doing things that maybe he shouldn't be doing. So it's kind of cool seeing him succeed, yet it's a failure in the end when. Okay, the whole scene where he comes back home and Tom, the tripwire, and then he farts, and then that's literally me, right? That was great.
Yeah. I think I was making that joke too. I don't remember. Like,
I mean, It's literally me. I would set something up like that too if I was trying to sneak out of the house. I just play something on loop, fart, and then go do about my business. Your mileage may vary. I wouldn't recommend sneaking out of your parents' house, but
Yeah.
It's. I think that was kind of a good comedic break that we needed, other than a throwback to Adventure 1 where he threw that bomb down the sewer and exploded a whole city block of and basically created chaos.
Yeah.
Both literally and figuratively. that was a fun kickback. That was a really fun kickback. And then when the guy who he rescued said, "You suck at this," or something like that, "You suck at heroing."
Yeah.
It kind of pulled a little bit. I was like, "Man, you haven't seen it yet, have you?" I wanted to throw something at that guy, but it's it was a fun scene. It was a necessary scene.
JR about to throw hands with the guy with the
he was about to literally teleport his way into the movie.
I was.
Like it was a Mario 64 painting.
Yeah, so there's an in-joke between me and some of my friends on Discord, on my Discord server, which you should join, by the way, discord.jrstan.com. So what basically there were pictures going around of them using in the Green Hill set, they were using dummies as on-set placements of Sonic, Knuckles, and Tails.
Yeah.
And then I think it was Keegan that saw that and was like, "You guys should put J.R. Stan in the second Sonic movie." I don't think Keegan's going to see it unless I tell him I was in it, which I'm not in it.
Just do it. No.
But
He's
see
lying.
It anyway.
He's lying. He's in it.
Lying.
He's actually in the movie.
Yeah, I flew all the way out to Cal.
He can't break NDA.
Yeah,
but we can because we're not. We didn't sign anything. Simple as.
I mean,
I told them nothing. I told them nothing.
Okay, to be fair, I did sign an NDA, but it's not even related to Sonic, so I don't know why I brought it up.
Yeah.
Why did you?
Bruh.
You're an
idiot. Well, tell us what the NDA is.
No, I can't.
It is a non-disclosure agreement. That's what an NDA is.
Yeah. NDA is a non-disclosure
I'm so
agreement.
Smart. Anyway, but
wow.
I think the first, what was it, 10 minutes of the movie, 15 minutes of the movie were great. And when Sonic came back and was on the boat with Tom, that was a cool scene. That was reminds you a lot of home, right? Because it's a kid who wants to grow up and a father who's like, I understand your desire to grow up, but you got to slow down a little bit. And it takes place in the form of a superhero growing up kind of thing, and it works. It works. Unfortunately, that scene doesn't last as long as I think it should, but I think that's because I have to get the action rolling.
Mm-hmm.
And this is just me personally. If it was 30 more minutes long and had a lot more of Tom and Sonic being father-son, I would take it.
Okay.
But I understand a 2-hour movie, and one of the criticisms from the first one was too much human interaction. So I understand that. Then they struck the balance well. I think they struck the balance. I'm not sure what you guys think, but I think they.
Okay.
If you were to rate the balance out of 100, I think they get the balance 95%.
Yeah, I felt it was a 75-25 balance. So like 75% Sonic, 25% of the human characters. That's how I would see it. That's how I saw it.
Yeah, so somewhere around then. Maybe at worst it was like, I don't know, 60 Sonic, 40 humans. But even then, I feel like that's pushing it.
Yeah, because a lot of their scenes are really short. So like I feel like, even so, like all together, their scenes would total up to like
maybe like 20 minutes.
Yeah, like 20, 30 minutes. And that's my thing with it. So just with having those human interactions, they segmented them, so like there would be a little bit of them, and then you take it just to have like a little 3-minute or 5-minute break from Sonic and what have you. And I really like that. I kind of really like that about the movie. Just kind of just see how Tom and like how the family's doing, and them getting into some goofy hijinks. Speaking of back to the boat scene, I honestly feel that James Marsden, as someone who's I know he's from the country because he's from Stillwater. Right?
He is, yeah, he absolutely is.
He is a country boy, and he looked like he was in his like he looked like he was like, oh yeah, this reminds me of home. I love this. I love doing this. He looked like he was chill.
He nailed that scene.
He looked like he was so fucking chill and just being there.
James Marsden with a baseball cap, sitting on a boat with a blue furry animal who's CGI. Great, perfect. Yeah. Give me 2.5 hours of that, and I'll pay $40 a ticket, and I'll buy 4 of them.
But yeah, he literally looked like he was just fucking chilling, and that scene is just like, yeah, this is home.
It was.
As someone who is actually currently residing in Stillwater, so yeah.
Yep, it is. I'm telling you, the whole movie was great. Go fucking watch the movie. Anyway, we gotta continue. So we were on the boat scene. Oh god, now I have to. Okay, so after the boat scene, I think they leave for Hawaii.
Yes.
And this is a little bit of Sonic being a kid here. He's pretending to be TSA. Despite the fact they're not boarding a plane, they're using rings. And where does Sonic... I know Sonic has a pouch of these damn rings. But...
Wait.
Hasn't he used like 100 of them in Sonic 1?
The rings furiously jingle if they see a gun.
No, but it was... Where the hell does Sonic get all these? It's like, how the hell does he... Like, in the games, how does he store them? Where does he get all these? I love how these questions are never answered, because that means it leaves a lot up to imagination. I guess he just stores them in his ass pocket and keeps a storage pouch there, you know?
Never say ass pocket again. Holy shit.
Okay, hold on. Going back to ass pocket. I remember I was playing Sonic Unleashed on stream, and Sonic pulled the emerald in the temple.
Out of his ass,
yeah.
He pulled it out of his ass, and Brendan said the same exact thing in my chat. Never say ass pocket again. It was. Hey, I'm telling you. Hold on. Let's
But
Hold on. I'm gonna do something really. Okay, go ahead.
Ass pocket. Oh fuck. Shit. What were you talking? Fuck. What were we talking?
We were talking about Sonic pretending to be TSA.
Okay.
Travis Strikes Again?
Going to the
Oh yeah, I was gonna make that joke. I was just gonna say, like, whenever someone brings up TSA, my first thought is Travis Strikes Again, and I know they're not talking about Travis Strikes Again. They're talking about TSA from.
We're talking about airport security.
Yeah, airport security, and I'm just like, god damn it.
Grasshopper fans, whenever they get taken away by TSA, holy shit, my favorite game.
But
it was. Go ahead.
It was a little cute scene. I thought it was like, more than anything, I just thought it was really cute, and some of the joke. I do think some of those type of simple jokes, just like that's like a little bit of like just Sonic being a kid, or like, you know, just little jokes like that. Like, they're serviceable. They're not like killing me. They're not like, I'm not dying of laughter. I'm just like little giggle. It's cute.
Yeah, and. That's all what the first couple movies are going to be about, right? Because Sonic 1 establishes that he's getting here, that he got here. Sonic 2 establishes that he's a hero. He's still got room to grow, but it's established that he's a hero. Sonic 3, it's going to be kick ass, right?
We'll see, yeah.
But I agree with you. There was enough of Sonic being a kid in this one to make it to where, yeah, he's still a kid. We get it. He's still a kid, but it's a good playful, and they insert it in places where there needs to be a little bit of a comedic sort of break.
Mm-hmm.
and English is hard. So, okay, so I don't know if I should skip directly to the end here, but this is a spoiler cast, so I'll just use this as an example, but we'll get more in depth into it later. So this is your official warning for spoilers. Again, if you have not seen the fucking movie, go see the movie. Anyway, so when Sonic transforms into Super Sonic, right? Shit. And after that whole scene, where Brendan thought that he was going to become Fleetway in UK.
No. I thought at first I was like, nah, there ain't no way they're gonna do that.
No.
I thought, like, a small part of me was like, nah, they're not doing that. Because, like, that was so out of the blue, the way that they handled it, that I was just like, oh, man. That was the nerd coming out.
Yeah, it was a great scene, but the whole scene where he was summoning the chili dogs, and he's saying, "Oh, this is great. You should try one." Summons one down, lands on Knuckles. That's hilarious. And then he goes back to regular form. He's like, and then he was like, "That was good. You better be glad you didn't touch me there. You would have exploded." I like that. It was a little bit of the whole scene for me was emotional. I was emotionally a wreck. If you follow me on Twitter, by the way.
Emotionally erect. Yeah, we got it.
Twitter.com/JRStan_. That it was a little bit of like, okay, it's okay to cry. It was okay to cry there. It's all good. It was a break to the emotional climax that movie had to me anyway. But we'll go back in time to Sonic is alone in the house, causing all a bunch of chaos. And then I love that image that you just sent. Holy shit! Anyway, but I think we all saw the trailer. We knew that it was going to be Robotnik knocking at the door and trying to blow the locks off. Mm-hmm. But I think the reveal was good, and that was the first time we've heard movie Sonic refer to him as Eggman, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
And I was like, as soon as he said that, I shat my pants. No, I didn't. Not in that good theater with those leather chairs. I wasn't going to do that.
My brother in Christ, I smelled something. Are you certain?
Yeah, but
I was in a theater with like 5 people.
Ours was I wouldn't say packed, but there was enough.
It was about 35% full.
Yeah, it was.
Despite the fact that I looked at the seat map and I showed it to a friend of mine who also joined us. I showed it to both of them actually. I was like, "This is the seat map. You guys have nobody sitting next to you, so you can put all your shit on the seats right next to you." No, and the entire row to my left was absolutely packed. Like, there was no seats available to my left. Well, we got there, we sat there, we went through the entire movie, and nobody showed up directly to my left. So I was like, okay, I have a free armrest in the movie theater. I can finally just lean on an armrest. It's great.
Nice.
That's a great feeling. Is when if you go to the theater alone, right? Which
I do all the time.
You do it all the time. I have
no fucking friends.
I just
don't like going. I just don't like going places alone. Anyway, I always want both armrests, but I can never have it because I always try to get up back row center, and somebody is always up there an hour before showtime, and I'm like, God dang it! I just want an armrest. That's all I want. I don't like sitting confined in a seat. I don't know. It ruins the movie viewing experience for me. But we had a really good theater. I'm not sure about, you went to an AMC, right, Tony?
Yeah, I went to an AMC.
Me and Brendan went to a Cinemark, and we went to their Screen 1 at Tinseltown in Shreveport. I'll probably bleep that out. But
it was great. They didn't give me a Morbius cup though. So
they did not give him a Morbius cup. That was unfortunate. But the chairs did recline, and I did recline, and I sat back and watched that movie. And well, towards the end of it, I had to stop reclining.
My chair was broken, so I was half.
Brendan's chair was broken. It only went up but couldn't go down, so it was unfortunate. I was sitting.
It was comfy enough though, but it was just like, damn.
This is supposed to be the great screen in Shreveport.
Still better
than we've got a broken chair. True. Very. I'm gonna bleep that out.
Yeah.
Very.
Sorry.
Hold on. Let me mark that. I'm gonna. Jesus. It was a good viewing experience. I'm happy that they came to the Cinemark up in Shreveport and they went and they got it was a giant screen, like the entire wall was screen.
Mm-hmm.
I think it used to be an IMAX, didn't it? That or something.
I wouldn't shock me.
It was Cinemark's XD theater. So speakers along the 20 speakers on each side. Great sound. Let me talk about this about the movie real quick. The sound mixing, amazing.
Oh yeah.
Coming from an engineer, it was all well balanced. Especially at the Siberian bar scene. We'll get to that, but the mix there was incredible because as soon as they started doing the whole multi-character thing, I thought that was going to get a little overwhelming. It didn't. It was just, you could hear everything, you could see everything, you could see what you heard. That's the one part about cinema that I hate is when you get so overwhelmed in the mix because of action sequences. They did a really good job with this one to where anytime you heard something, you could immediately pinpoint where it is on the screen, and the most important things that happen on the screen, when you heard it, when you see it, you could hear it as well. It's like no sounds got lost, and no visuals got lost on sound. It was a great listening experience as well, and it was incredible.
I really, and I know I'm jumping a little ahead, but I really noticed it when Tails was distracting Robotnik. Or Eggman or whatever. I don't know what they're calling him anymore. But whenever he was making duplicates of himself, I actually heard it in different directions and shit. I thought that was really neat. I really noticed.
I mean, most of that is the theater experience because you have that Dolby Atmos, XD or whatever Cinemark wants to call it. You've got that, but I can guarantee you when I get that on Blu-ray and I downmix that into stereo because I don't have a 7.1 system, I will probably still be able to tell where each sound is coming from and the way that they do directional audio in that movie. It was just an all-around great viewing experience, and hoping Paramount keeps the same people on, or at least similarly trained people on, because I mean, you all know me. I'm an audio guy. I listen to things more than I watch them. And if something's really egregious, it ruins it for me. If one thing is egregious, it ruins the entire thing for me, enough to knock down a couple points. I didn't notice a single thing that was wrong in this movie in terms of audio. So, I mean, for the visually impaired wanting to enjoy this movie, you will not have a problem trying to envision it in your head. What's going on the screen, because you hear everything, and it is a great listening experience. Anyway, so we were talking about Eggman breaking into the house and Knuckles' introduction. So that was incredible.
Let's talk about if we can talk about Idris Elba and how much how much the black community has won.
Yep, they win.
Yeah,
they absolutely win.
All right, so we're taking over the entire world. So y'all, all whites get off. No.
Oh no!
No.
Oh no!
No.
Oh no!
No, but
he did. Idris Elba. I really like that he can. I like that they emphasize more that Knuckles can be serious, but and that you give him a really intimidating voice, right?
Mm-hmm.
But this voice is not but the voice is willing to have fun with it later, later on down the line, yeah.
And that was the go ahead.
And that was and with because when you see him, of course you see Knuckles' development throughout the movie. But to focus on it, you want Knuckles, of course, as portrayed in later games, didn't really have any of that. He was just kind of like, oh, I'm the big dumb red guy. And of course, Boom Knuckles really
didn't help anything.
It didn't help anything. When I feel that a lot of the voices, like even some of the voices like they had for example, it reminded me of I like Dan. You know how Dan Green from Sonic X?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that sort of Knuckles. Like one that is willing to, who gets kind of, he's a bit more like he's very serious, but he could get more fun. But I also liked Elba's take a bit more as well.
Yeah.
I might be a bit biased because Dan Green was also he's Yu-Gi-Oh and what have you, but yeah.
I'll talk about it now. I'll break the wall here. The one thing, the reason why I did not give it a 9.5, instead I gave it a 9.3, which this is extremely minor, because they rectified it by having him be serious when he needs to be, and have him be a bumbling idiot when he doesn't need to be serious. Is just that. We still got Knuckles being a little bit of a stern yet very, very literal person. Doesn't understand.
Yeah,
a little bit of that Boom Knuckles writing in there.
It's especially like James knows this. I told him this on the way back, but like right after the big fight at the end, whenever it's like it just immediately feels like Boom Knuckles, and that just kind of frustrated me. I was like, oh, come on, please don't do this to me. I was actually starting to, because like this isn't me knocking this version of Knuckles. It's just that I see that and I'm like, come on, please don't make him a full-on idiot.
We want him to be serious again.
Like Knuckles has always kind of been gullible and a little goofy in the past, but like I've never liked that thing where it's like, oh, he's just a full-on fucking idiot, because that's not Knuckles. It never has been. No. Like it was kind of okay for Sonic Boom. Because Boom was its own fucking original thing or whatever, but after Boom, they kept doing it. I'm like, come on, please. Stop doing that.
I mean, I would even argue kind of... I actually, the more I think about it, I would argue Forces didn't really do that with him. Like, he still... never mind. Besides one particular scene that is very infamous in the Sonic community, they didn't really do that with him, right? Like, he was still kind of a serious leader, but also performed one of the fucking dumbest things in the entire game. If you remember, what's that one? Was it stage 14 or 15?
You're going to have to remind me, I don't remember.
Operation Big Wave. Operation Big Wave.
Oh, God.
Oh, yeah. We'll just attack. We'll just send all of our...
Oh, that, yeah! Bro, so we're just gonna send them all out. This is literally just like America. Who said that?
Yeah. Our big wave is washed out.
Our whole force has been washed out, Knuckles. 80% I wonder how that happened.
80% of our forces have been wiped out, and we've lost contact with the rest.
and then there's just Knuckles, and he's about to do the Sonic and the Black Knight Sudoku scene again.
Our big wave is washed out.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Christ almighty. Oh man. Anyway,
that's the title of this podcast. Our big wave is washed out.
I tried to hold myself together through that whole thing. It was not fun. But I applaud Elba's performance in Knuckles, because he was serious and stern when he needed to be, and he was stern and literal and a bumbling idiot when he didn't need to be serious. Mm-hmm. And I think the one scene is okay. So let's knock this out of the way so I can talk about this scene, because this scene.
I feel. Can we go a little bit faster if that's okay?
That's fine. So Knuckles reveal comes through whatever it does, and then just absolutely obliterates the shit out of Sonic. It was great. It was like that's the reveal that we needed. I like how we didn't see the punch. We just saw the aftermath of it where he gets flown through the walls. It was great. So, that whole fight scene, it was great. I do appreciate the fact that they move. So if you go back to the trailer, they moved the dialogue about.
Yes, they did.
They moved the dialogue back, and I think that's for a good thing because I think that was that scene where Sonic goes 120% and Knuckles just eats it like it's nothing. Yeah. I think it makes the serious of that. The whole seriousness of the scene was great, and the cutaways to Jim Carrey it was a little bit of a comedic break, but it works, right?
Oh yeah.
And this was a really great opportunity for Tails to come in and save the day because Sonic just ate shit, right? And here comes Tails.
Yeah, he runs over Knuckles with a full.
And he does run over Knuckles with the damn police car. Didn't Knuckles try to like fight the car?
Yes,
it was great. He tried to go fist on headlights with a car. That's never going to work out well at all.
He tried to do it to him.
The chase scene, the chase scene was good, and the chase scene leads into the Knuckles being a little bit of a bumbling fool kind of character when, like we just said, when he doesn't need to be serious.
Yeah.
Where he's trying to climb up back the wall, and all these robots are like surrounding him. and the robots make the stairs for him. He doesn't even realize it, and he's like, I will tear every single one of these robots apart. Wait, those are stairs.
Yeah. That was good.
That got the whole theater laughing. It was great.
One thing I really liked, I remember when they were doing the car chase, and then like they were like, "Oh, we lost them," and then Knuckles just bursts through the freaking truck.
He commits arson.
Yeah, Knuckles
the arsonist.
That was really cool. I wanted to point that out before we moved on.
I was telling Brendan, criminal arson. Yeah. My favorite thing about Sonic the Hedgehog.
I really liked it. I really liked it when Sonic took the car and stole it. That was awesome. It was like Grand Theft Auto, but with Sonic.
Yeah. Oh God. It just makes me want to put a GTA Sonic in GTA 5 mod in more, right? It just makes me want to do it more.
Anyways, next Jim Carrey flosses.
So Jim Carrey goes back to the Mean Bean flosses. The Mean Bean, that's Stone's coffee shop. Agent Stone is living his best life, and then he turns his coffee shop into Eggman's Lair version 2.
You know what's funny about the Mean Bean thing?
Go ahead.
What's funny about the Mean Bean thing is that that set has actually been there ever since the first movie, and this is like the first time they actually used it.
Yeah.
Because they were going to use that in the first movie somewhere, and they just didn't.
Yep. So, back to... God, I forgot what I was going to say.
Made
I
it
forgot what I was
into
going to
his
say
lair.
before you started talking. Yeah, they made it into his lair. Oh, yeah, the funniest part about this is he has a backup to when, like he has a contingency plan for when it needs to be turned back into Eggman's lair. They close all the blinds, and then they change the sanitary grading from an A to an F-.
Yes.
He had that prepared, and that, oh my lord, that got me going. I had to almost do a double take there.
That was fucking hilarious.
It was like that those little details like that the the average moviegoer won't notice, but that was a pretty big one that you would have to be literally blind to not notice.
Oh yeah.
I mean, everybody in the theater was laughing at it. They were like, "Oh, F-! Oh God!" It was fun, but the whole transformation and then the he's back scene, that was like, oh yeah, it's about to get serious now. And then we like fast back to it. Okay, so now here we are. Now we go to Wade's. Longclaw returns partially, activates the map to find the Master Emerald. Right. So this is what all this is about. Sonic doesn't even know what the fuck Knuckles is talking about, but basically the whole premise of the story. Knuckles thinks that Sonic fucked with the Emerald.
Yeah.
He didn't. Sonic doesn't even know what the hell he's talking about, so it's just a bunch of confusion. Knuckles basically tries to kill Sonic, doesn't work out too well. Anyway, Knuckles lets slip that ultimate power, all you have to do is imagine it. Eggman's like, oh shit, let's go get this, and then they go and get it, and then we'll get into that later. But the whole exposition is the Master Emerald contains ultimate power. All you have to do is envision something, and it can be created. In the wrong hands is bad, which is kind of how it is in the games. But it is a they did it well. It wasn't exactly fan servicey. It was servicey. Like it did the story good, and I think it does. If you're a longtime fan and you know these things, excuse me, you the way that they handled the emeralds here is different than how they did in the game. So it does its job in separating the movie universe from the game universe. It does take references from the game universe, but these are two distinctly separate universes. And I think they do a good enough job separating it with the exposition of the emerald.
Right.
I'm not sure what any of you guys think about it, because let me ask you, what do you think of the emerald in this movie?
It's good. I don't really have an issue with it, to be completely honest.
Yeah, I know. Like, I think I know some fans get a little peeved that it's like, you know, that it's not the exact emerald that they grew up with and shit. Yeah. But I'm like, I respect it in its different canon and interpretation, right?
And that's what it needed. That's what it doesn't. The movie universe needs to stand on its own, and I think the way that, like I said, the way that they handled the Master Emerald does a good enough job of letting it stand on its own and not pulling stuff directly from the games. So, like the whole Master Emerald Temple, where the emerald is.
Yeah.
That is a completely different set piece than we knew in 1998. That is completely different.
One thing I guess, I really like the Emerald Shrine because it more referenced Longclaw. Yeah. And just as a little fun thing, they referenced, did y'all hear what Tyson Hess told Ultima?
Yeah.
The language was ice cap or something?
Yeah, the language the language was in the text for, like, in that area was... That was supposed to be a reference to Sonic Riders, because it was the Babylonian language that Sonic was like spinning. Yeah, That was the Babylonian language.
Yeah.
So that was
you sent me that on the way
you
there.
Were talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was I think it was all balanced out well. About the whole okay. So let's get into this. Now we're into the chase for the emerald. They've talked with the ghost of Longclaw. That was emotional. Sonic figures out that this is my moment. They go to the map. First thing is in Siberia, so we get to the Siberian bar scene.
Yes.
Great scene. That was an awesome scene, and this isn't just because that Sonic does the pose in the movie. This is not just because of it. It was great filler, and it was great comedy too. Because basically Tails uses a little Google Translate machine, and Google Translate does what Google Translate does best and really fucks everything up.
The localization discourse be like.
You joke, but it's true.
It's true. Why do you think I said
it? But the people say it was filler, and I'm like, yeah, it's filler, but it's good filler. It's not like bad. Yeah. It's not that bad filler. And
it establishes. I'm sorry to interrupt, because I also want to like get a little bit of like, what the fuck's wrong with you people complaining that it's filler. It establishes the characters a lot more too. You see how you literally Sonic and Tails, like, if it wasn't for that scene, Sonic and Tails wouldn't have grown as a pairing, right? If they didn't have a scene like that. Like, it's supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be a little break. But you see that, like, Sonic and Tails you see them becoming best buds. Like, if that didn't happen, you wouldn't understand that, like, say, why later on in the movie, say, Sonic goes to rescue Tails. It wouldn't, like, rescue Tails rather than going for, like Knuckles was curious with. Like, they take a fun time to establish character development, and people always forget, like, Yeah, this the bar scene wasn't supposed to be this or whatever. I'm like, it's literally character writing.
It's literally it's literally Sonic and Tails becoming buddies. It's good writing. Get filtered.
It is important.
Get filtered and didn't get it.
And this is one of the first places where I cried. Right? Excuse me. Excuse me. It is really bad pollen season down here, and I sleep next to an air conditioner. It does not help me at all. I've drank 2 bottles of water already. This thing, and we're 50 minutes in. Holy sharp! I'm glad we decided to do this earlier. Anyway, so this scene is the first one that made me cry. So after all the action, after they basically almost get thrown into the fire, and Tails challenges the guy to a dance-off, and the whole dance-off scene happens, which I think is great. It establishes that, yeah, they're fools, but once you get their stride going, it's great. They used Uptown Funk by Mark Ronson, which I was like, okay, better songs could have been used, but I genuinely think that...
Dude, it's just like Alvin and the Chipmunks. Crazy.
If another song was used and you kind of tempo matched it to the scene, it wouldn't work. Like I came home, found a cam rip, looked at it. I was like, okay, let's try putting some Van Halen on this. Let's try putting some Aerosmith on this. Let's try putting some, I don't know, classic rock on this. It doesn't work because Uptown Funk is a dance song. It is not a rock song.
Yes.
It is not a pop song. It is a dance number. So you'd have to find similar tempo dance numbers for this to work. And it just, I'm a music guy at heart. Played an instrument for 9 years. Went to DC, played at the Kennedy Center, did all this sorts of stuff. I don't like modern music. I don't. I really don't. It's too synthetic. However, this song worked with this part of the movie. And that is my official review of Mark Ronson featuring Bruno Mars' Uptown Funk.
Okay, so...
I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, you're good. One thing I was thinking of that I really like, I'm glad they actually used Uptown Funk because number one, I like that song. I really like it. I think it's a really like whenever people play it at parties, I'm like, yeah, let's fucking go.
I will say it is one of the more for me. It is one of the more likable modern songs.
Yeah.
It is. If I were held at gunpoint and forced to come up with a list of 10 songs that I like in order of how much I like them, Uptown Funk would probably be in top 3. Anyway, go ahead.
But I think you know, like I like how they have like the Siberian whatever dance polka contrast with like how Americans do it. Because that's like a total Sonic thing.
It absolutely is.
Yeah, that's just how we roll. That is like something Sonic would do.
But So we get done with the Siberian dance scene. The map somehow gets lost and gets attached to this guy's shoes. Stuffs it in his pants, and then they absolutely go ham at the dance number. Sonic does the adventure pose. Sonic does the adventure pose. It was a great scene, and this is one of those like you can tell the whole back to what I was saying earlier about the audio in the movie. You see everything you hear, and you hear everything you see. That was one of those scenes because this is where it demonstrates Tails can clone anything that he wants to. It was an all around really good scene. And then they got the map out, and after everybody's passed out drunk, right? It fades to a post bar fight scene, I guess. That's what we'll call it. And this scene is one that tugs at your heartstrings because it pulls a lot from Tails' background in the real stories.
Yeah.
Where he was picked on because he had 2 tails, and Sonic's like, well, it's okay to be weird. We're both weird. And then Tails is like, yeah, you're weird. We're both weird. It's great. And then they have a good bonding. And what instantaneous waterfalling down my eyes, Tails goes in for the hug. and you know Sonic's not a hugger, right? It's well established that Sonic doesn't hug in the current universe. But he doesn't push Tails away. This is what I was talking with Tony about, the same exact thing. I was like, Sonic is not a hugger, but he doesn't push Tails away.
I never really noticed that until you pointed it out, honestly.
Like he acknowledges that, yeah, Tails went in for the hug kind of quickly, but this is both of their first experiences getting friends. They don't know what the hell to think. But it still holds true to the Sonic that we know, is that he's not a hugger, but he's lovable. He doesn't push you away. It was great.
Yeah.
It was a great scene. And I'm probably gonna cry again when I go and see it again. Like there's no way I'm not gonna come out of the theater for a second time and not cry like a little baby. Anyway, but and then after they get done talking at the bar, it's Tails lies on the ground, passes out instantly. Sonic goes and grabs a rug or something like that to cover him up with. And then Sonic lays down next to him, faces away. And then they both pass out, and then Tails puts his two tails over Sonic as a cover. Oh my god. It was fuck me.
Fuck me. Yeah.
That was oh my god. Me and Tony are like gushing over here and almost coming to tears on a podcast about a movie that we both like. But no, that it was the scene before it that showed their teamwork. This is the reason why the bar scene isn't filler, Cole.
What? What?
Wait, did Cole say that?
Cole said that!
Oh my fucking god, are you serious?
Mr. Electric, kill him. Mr. Electric, kill
smack
him.
his nuts.
Anyway. So this is why it's not filler. It's development. It might run a little bit long. I can agree. It might run a little bit long. I don't think it does. But it's not filler.
You could probably shave like a minute or two off of it.
Oh, you could shave a minute off of it. I don't need the whole beef stew thing, but the whole that was integral, right? But it's not filler. The first half of it, or rather the first 3/4 of it, was they work well as a team. They work well as a team, and the second part is establishing a bond that is never going to break. If you think that those two things are filler,
then you have no friends, unironically.
Damn. Okay. All right.
Unironically.
So we get done with the bar scene, and we move on. And Tails is flying Sonic around Siberia, Mount Everest, whatever mountain. It looks like Everest because it's friggin' tall as hell. And then they find the Longclaw Temple or something like that. The Owl Tribe Temple or something. Yeah. Where they keep the compass for the Chaos Emeralds, and they go through it, and Sonic is like, you can see in Sonic's eyes, he's like, this is my background. This is where this is you can kind of see it's all the gears are starting to turn. Mm-hmm. And then this is what I think the animators did really well is his Sonic's eyes are really you can tell that there's subtle emotions happening, and I'm probably gonna go on this a little bit further when I go see it again. I'm probably gonna pay a little bit more attention to it. But you can really tell that something's going on. So he does the thing with the temple. He scrolls past the Babylonian language thingies.
Which made me very happy once I figured out that was Babylonian language.
Yep.
Thank you, Tyson Hess.
Sonic Rider spinoff one.
Yeah, God, I wish. But Eggman comes back with Knuckles on the egg pod. I pogged, for lack of a better term. I pogged when they showed up because I was like, we needed Eggman a little bit. All the while while they're in Siberia, we are forgetting to mention the wedding scene, and I think we'll finish the Siberian scene. Basically, it turns into
It turns into Ice Cap.
It turns into the snowboarding part of Ice Cap from SA1, and it's really good.
The slow mo scene
it's Sonic 3.
The slow mo
scene. Yeah, you're right.
Sonic 3.
You're right. Sonic 3. You're right.
Because they were referencing that in Adventure 1.
I didn't really play a whole lot of Sonic 3. I beat it once and never did it again. But
there was a slow mo scene in it that was pretty neat.
They did this. I was waiting for a slow mo scene, and then I got it. I was like, yes, yes.
It was really good. I really liked it.
that they have to do at least one of those in a movie. Like that is absolutely necessary. If Sonic 3 does not have a high speed slow-mo section, it's
a wrap for y'all.
I'm killing the SCU. I will single-handedly go to California and do it myself anyway. But the slow-mo scene was great. It was paced really well. At the end of it, Tails gets severely injured.
Wait, why didn't we make that joke? Oh my god, I didn't think of that.
I just Tails got severely injured.
I didn't think of that when we were in the theater.
But here's the thing. Sorry, Tony, I have to get this across.
You're fine.
But if
keep
Brendan,
going.
if you made that joke with me, I'm sure Colin and Tyler would have absolutely no clue what you're going on about. You probably scared them away, and I paid for their tickets, so I'm glad you didn't bring it up. But at the same time, Tails got severely injured, and I pogged. Like this is what we can't get this in the games, but we can get this in the movie. Tails getting severely injured, and Sonic showing actual good concern for a friend, and having emotional drive behind that. This is what I've been waiting for, man. Anyway, Tony, what were you gonna say?
I kind of forgot.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah, Tails. Oh no, yeah,
yeah,
no,
go.
I remember. So in that scene, you notice that Sonic lost all his rings, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did he ever get them back?
I think Eggman and Knuckles used them to get to the island where they needed to be.
Oh yeah, because
they did go to the
yeah.
island on a ring. So I think they salvaged some.
Okay. Yeah, because and what? I guess they haven't. Had they established if a ring is used, it just goes away?
I don't think they have. But I think one can assume. But I mean, Sonic has a bag full of them. So I mean, whoever has them is just. I think Sonic is stuck on Earth now because he lost them all. That bag is gone.
Yeah.
The map is gone. The bag is gone. The feather is gone. I think the feather disintegrated, but it's all. Sonic's stuck here on Earth now, and I think that's a good thing. We don't need any of this extra world stuff. We don't need the Azuka 2 worlds theory going on here in the movies.
We just gotta make it like good old Archie.
Oh, stop talking! stop talking! Back to the scene. So this is where we need to go and cover the wedding scene. The wedding scene is placed throughout the where Sonic and Tails are on their adventure. The wedding scene is sprouted throughout, and I think it's sprouted in places where you need a little bit of a comedic break. It's great, absolutely great. Rachel, greatest of all time,
Greatest of all time,
absolutely steals the show. I mean, Tony, I'll let you talk. I'll let Tony talk about the wedding scene. I want to hear his unfiltered thoughts on the wedding scene.
So so one of my favorite things about the wedding scene is that, like you said, it cuts in just a little bit here and there. And I really like that after Siberia and they get back, they introduce Gun, right?
Kill me. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, they introduce or GUN. They say GUN. I always say Gun because that's how I grew up with the term, right? Mm. They introduced Gun or GUN, and I'm glad. And I was actually I kind of forgot about the leaks showing off Gun. So when they came back, I was like, oh right, yeah, Gun's in this movie. So what I really liked about that as well is that not only is they introduce Gun, but we find out that Rachel's fiance is actually a part of Gun, and it was called Operation Catfish at the same time.
I forgot about Operation Catfish. God, that was a great title.
Oh, that's so.
I heard a couple of sighs from the audience, and I heard a lot of laughter from the a good bit of both sighing and laughter from the audience. And then I heard a couple of shots when it was revealed that Rachel's fiance, I forget his name, but Randall. I forget that when Randall revealed that he was a double agent. There was a couple of gasps like, wow, Randall's a double agent? That's a turn.
And I find it funny that James. I was looking through Letterboxd, and I'm like, oh yeah, that guy plays Randall. What other movie he was in? And I look, I see fucking Diary of a Mad Black Woman.
Okay, I can't wait for the Medea crossover in Sonic 3. I can't wait for Tyler Perry as Medea in Sonic the Hedgehog 3.
Yeah, but for those who've seen that movie, he plays the main lover who were like this construction worker that the main woman falls in love with. But like from that's my loose memory of Diary of a Mad Black Woman. But so I really like that Rachel and fuck, I can't remember her name now. What's
Tina?
Tom's?
No.
Yeah.
No. Pretzel Lady.
Maddie,
yes.
Yeah, Pretzel Lady.
Pretzel Lady.
Pretzel Lady. Yeah, Maddie and Rachel get like a little bit time to shine a bit. Like they get like a little scene, and then like there's a scene where Rachel steals a fucking
yes. This is the greatest scene.
Yeah, that one scene made me go, okay, maybe the human parts aren't so bad after all.
That
was like that saved it. That's it.
Rachel getting the golf cart, driving up and trying to commit vehicular homicide on Randall, going to Barracuda. It was great.
Yeah, I was going to say two things. I was actually going to say she steals a fucking drink.
Oh yeah,
first.
she does get a drink. Yeah, that was great.
She gets a drink and just like she drinks it and she has like the pineapple.
She throws the drink and then eats the pineapple. Rachel stole the show. Rachel stole the show, and God, I forget the woman, the one who plays her. I forget her name, but she deserves an Oscar.
She was. She was a real like. I didn't really care for her in the first movie. Like I liked a few of her jokes, but I didn't really I wouldn't mind if she didn't show up in the sequel. But when she was here in the sequel, right?
We needed that. We needed that.
Yeah, we needed it, and I really, really like. I was just like, yeah.
So that is Natasha Rothwell. Sorry, that's Natasha Rothwell who plays Rachel. She's from Wichita, Kansas. Another country girl. Let's go.
I do find it a bit funny that the ratio of black people in the Sonic movie outweighs.
That's also a really good thing. Is that you have James Marsden, you have Jim Carrey, you have Ben Schwartz, but you also have Tika Sumpter, Idris Elba, Natasha Rothwell, Shamar Moore, who's Randall, and I cannot pronounce his, but Lee.
Oh yeah, Lee. Yeah.
And
Lee.
They all it is a well balanced cast of different creeds and races and backgrounds. Like Lee's from Lebanon. Like and it was a well balanced cast. And speaking of the cast, thank you for casting Colleen.
Yeah,
thank you Paramount. Thank you for casting Colleen. She was lovely as Tails. I couldn't imagine Tails in the movie without Colleen. It doesn't work.
You could use her Colleen's previous actor.
Yeah,
but,
I mean Kate Higgins. Yeah, I love Kate Higgins. Kate Higgins does a great job as well.
But I think Colleen
does a great job.
It's funny to me that people did when Colleen first premiered her Tails voice, no one knew that was her because they thought it was still Kate Higgins.
Yeah,
I remember it was when Boom premiered its pilot. They were like its preview, and they're like, wait, we're just like, oh, that's Kate Higgins. Yeah, we're like, no, it's someone completely different. And then I feel Colleen kind of took in the role more and gave a little bit of her own spice in there, and really made it her own because I can't really think about Kate Higgins. Wait. Did they use Kate Higgins lines in Sonic Colors Ultimate?
Yes.
Or did they?
Yes.
I think
Kate Higgins was the Tails in Sonic Colors Ultimate. They got her back to record some of the extra lines as well. So, as far as I'm aware, I did not see Colleen in the credits. Then again, there was a lot of credits to go through. But I did not see Colleen in the credits of Sonic Colors Ultimate. I think that was all Kate Higgins, and I think it's good for continuity. Don't get me wrong. I cannot pick one between the other. They're both great Tails actors. They're both great.
Yeah.
I like Colleen, but
Colleen's great.
I really like the wedding scene, and I like how the movie just kind of took, like I said, the movie took a little break and turned into this like fucking crazy. It turned into a Tyler Perry. It turned into Medea, and I'm like, yeah, it turned into a fucking Tyler Perry movie in the middle of it, and I'm like, yeah, okay, I could take this break. And like I said, like James, you were mentioning when she feels the golf cart, and then like she drives it into the stage, gets off it while it's still moving.
Yep.
Gets off it while it's still moving. It crashes in the stage and destroys it, and fucking explodes while she's walking out and not even looking at it. That is, when I looked at that shit, I would have
cinema.
Cinema.
Peak cinema.
I remember I was watching other spoiler casts and whatever. Like I watched Fidel and he's like, the wedding thing was not good, and I'm like, shut up.
You're wrong. You're just wrong.
You're just wrong.
It's okay to be wrong, Fidel, but you're wrong.
Fuck Fidel games. No, I'm just kidding. I like Fidel.
Fidel is cool. I can't follow Fidel on Twitter because he's so hype about everything. I was like, I wish I could be this hype about literally everything. I wish. He's just a ray of sunshine on the darkest days, because you could always go to Fidel's Twitter when you're having a bad day and just see him being so happy about something, and it's like, that's something to be happy about. It's great. I love Fidel. I just can't see that on my timeline all the time. I'm sorry. Don't kill me. I love you. No homo.
Send this recording to Fidel right now.
Yeah.
No.
Watch him sit through this. We're an hour and 13 and a half minutes in. He ain't sitting through this. Anyway, so...
Yeah. But, that's really all I had to say. I was not expecting to really like it. Like those scenes as much as I did, but I'm just like, yeah, sure. And I hope they continue a little bit of that for Sonic 3.
Yeah.
Like, have the same sort of balance they went for here.
So...
Because...
Go ahead.
Because I feel like a lot of people sometimes complain about the wrong things, because if they complain the first movie they complained that there was too much Tom and Sonic, and I can see that, right?
Oh yeah.
This one I feel the balance was like perfect, and if I see people do complain about it, we're gonna see less of it and not see any of the characters, and then they're gonna be like, where was all the characters? Where's Tom? Where's Maddie?
Yeah, hold on. I gotta pull this headline up. It was, oh god, it was New York Post. Jim Carrey can't retire on this lousy something. I don't know.
Yeah. Everyone's seen that. No. I didn't read that, but I read that they called Knuckles a hedgehog, and I feel like that's enough to dismiss it.
Oh no.
Yeah, they called Knuckles a hedgehog.
They didn't. No, they didn't.
Yeah, they did.
I didn't. I just saw the headline.
I didn't read it because I didn't feel like I never read articles, to be honest.
New York Post tweets so much. Oh, I'm not even gonna read. Anyway, so back. Okay, so story time. Back to the story. So, Maddie gets in a little bit of trouble with gun officers, and then Rachel comes to the rescue, basically not inebriating, but what's the word? English is hard. Neutralizing.
Yeah.
For lack of a better term, all four of them with one throw of one of Tails' devices. It was badass. Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
So not only did Rachel seal the show by almost just trying to commit vehicular homicide on Randall and another gun officer and the head gun officer, but excuse me. And also uses Tails' little blaster. that was a good scene. I was like, I don't know if this is a weapon, but we'll find out.
Looks like it works.
It turns out it works.
That looks like it works. It was great. But oh man. So she saves Maddie's ass. Maddie goes to rescue Tom and Sonic, and this is when you see that Sonic really, really, really cares for his friend. So they get back, and they all collect back together around Randall and the old the head gun guy. I forget his name. Olive Garden man, we'll call him that. And we have Tom, Maddie, Rachel, Randall, gun guy, Sonic, and Tails. They're all there. Sonic is trying. They see. Okay, so during this time, Eggman and Knuckles are on the island right where the temple is. They place the compass in the key. And a big friggin' green beam comes or goes from, I don't know what direction it happens in. Basically, it's a beacon, right? Sonic sees the they all see the beacon. Tails is still asleep, and Sonic is like, I have to go for this, right? So he's determined. He's like, this is my moment. I'm going to go for this. And this is the scene where Sonic runs across the water. Basically, they're like Tom and Maddie are pleading with Sonic, saying, "Don't do this. You're going to get yourself killed." And Sonic's like, "I have to do this. There's no other way."
No, I don't think it was "don't do this." It was "don't do this alone."
Yeah, don't do this alone. Tails is going to wake up soon, and it's all going to be good. You're going to get yourself killed if you go at it alone, basically. And Sonic is like, fuck you. I want to do this shit. I'm going to be a badass. He was right. Running across the water. Yeah, it's his first time doing it. He gets a little bit twisted up in there, but he does it. He makes it to the island. I was like, yeah, bit of a stupid move there, but he makes it to the island in the end. We don't see Tails recovering, but we do see him try to help out. He knows when. This is one of those great things that not a whole lot of people notice, but as soon as Sonic was leaving, Tails woke up and tried to follow him out.
Yeah.
Like, he had that sixth sense, like, Sonic is about to get killed. I need to help him out. Like, that was one of those great moments that, on second watch you'll probably notice. I haven't watched it a second time yet, but you'll see these little details. Details. Anyway. So Sonic runs across the water, wipes out, but makes it to the island. Like, he made it. And they go through the temple. So while Sonic makes it to the island, Knuckles and Eggman are plowing their way through the temple, trying to get to the Master Emerald. And then a little bit of Jim Carrey, Eggman, and Knuckles back and forth here and there. That really alleviates some of the tension of the scene, because you know that Sonic is there, and he's about to wreck some shit, right? Him and Knuckles are about to wreck some shit. You know this is going to happen. You've seen the trailers. So he gets down there, and Knuckles and Eggman make it to the Master Emerald
by just punching the wall.
they punch a hole in the wall.
So true, Eggman, just like me. No bullshit.
And Eggman does some interior decorating monologue that was funny. And then the tension
most Dragon
breaks.
Ball Z-ass fight ever breaks out.
So yeah, the most Dragon Ball. Yeah, it happens. It was a great fight scene. It was great. It was amazing animation. It was great. But Sonic breaks the tension by crashing through the ceiling.
Yeah,
it was great. But
Can we talk about that? Oh,
go ahead.
Fuck. Could we talk about that time where Sonic does the bounce bracelet on Knuckles for 5 times on the stairs?
My god! So Knuckles punches Sonic out of the way into the waterfall, and then he starts walking up to the Master Emerald, and then friggin' Sonic comes in and breaks the stairs out from underneath Knuckles and launches him up in the air, and then starts SA2 bounce braceleting him 5 fucking times. I was like, you're gonna kill that man. But it was insane, because we see Sonic's progression in his moveset, where at the beginning of the movie Knuckles is like, you're untrained, and then now he's kicking his ass. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It was a great progression of their combat abilities, and we see that really well here. And then here's the turn, right? If you've played Sonic 3 at all,
or know of it,
or have no note of the story of Sonic Adventure 1, where this happens again.
Oh yeah, it does. Fuck.
Knuckles is a gullible little shit. Believes everything that Eggman just said.
Mm-hmm.
And Eggman tricks him, basically. So Eggman gets a hold of the emerald, and the temple collapses. A really heartwarming scene is when Sonic goes back down and tries to lift the stone off of Knuckles.
Yeah.
And then they do a little countdown, 3, 2, 1, and then they both push together. I knew this wasn't going to happen because it's a friggin' Sonic movie, but Knuckles goes out to the surface of the water, and we think that Sonic is going to die, right? Or, Sonic is going to die.
Thinking Sonic could die. LOL, LMAO, haha. You're so funny.
They're gonna make it look like he's going to die. Oh no, it was a very predictable turning point. Knuckles came back down and grabbed him, and that was like a okay, they're friends now. That's it.
They throw sand at each other, and that's it.
Yeah. they throw some sand at each other. They get back to the island that they were just on, and then they have a little bit of a conversation about how you mentioned on the mountain in the mountains that you lost everything just like me, but how do you move forward? It's like that was I can't go into I don't remember exactly what because I was an emotional fucking wreck, but this scene was fantastic. It really, and then you just have to see the movie. I don't think any of us can put into words how great this scene is between the two, because it's like one person lost everything and couldn't keep going. One person one hedgehog lost everything and did keep going, and one echidna didn't. Mm-hmm. And then they're all like trying to build each other up, right? We're a team now. And then Tails comes in on the plane. All the while, Eggman teleports with his Master Emerald power to the Mean Bean, and then this is where it begins.
Fuck it. Hey, yeah, he becomes a schizo. Unironically becomes a schizo.
So Wade the sheriff
just like me.
has basically S&M'd Lee, or rather Stone, to the damn chair, and is now like playing good cop, bad cop. I got you coffee. I got you a display bagel, which is stale and hard as a brick. And then Eggman comes in, breaks the tension. and then he plays with the little. He has the. So he's got that voice going on where he's like that synthesizer voice, and he demonstrates this by actually like envision, because he's now infused with the power of the Master Emerald, right? He envisions a synthesizer and then plays with his own voice.
That was so fun.
Scene.
I like that.
It was a funny scene. He was like, whoa, whoa. He's like doing the pitch shift of the synthesizer. It was a great scene. But basically, Wade has already alerted some police force and then Gun to the Mean Bean coffee shop, and then Eggman confronts him literally by Doc Ocking his way out of the coffee shop, just floating. Just floating out of the coffee shop, not even moving his legs. Just, I'm here. What's up? And then this is when all the shit starts breaking down. So
sup bitches makes the robot.
So the Master Emerald's power is if you can envision it, you can make it. So basically, what he did was he made a giant robot. It was the Death Egg robot, right? Something. Yeah, it makes a Death Egg robot out of all the mechanical parts. So the choppers that Tom and Maddie flew back in on, the tanks, the cars that were there, the train cars passing by, the planes in the air, all the things like that, made a giant robot out of that, and that was an amazingly animated scene where it's just making nothing out of something, right? It was great. And you think it's all doom and gloom for Green Hill, and then Tails, Sonic, and Knuckles fly in on the... I don't think... you guys saw the reference that the plane was called the SA-1 or the SA-2 or something
no,
like that?
it was SA-2.
Yeah.
It was SA-2.
It was the SA-2?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was...
Because I was... that was the one I was soy facing on. I don't know if you heard me doing that.
Uh-huh. Yeah. You were soy jacking? Anyway.
Yeah. Jacking off. Who said that?
You were morbing out. Anyway.
I'm morbing out in the Sonic Theater, baby.
Anyway, so they fly in. Knuckles, for some reason, dives and just tries to go in for it. Basically, a real funny scene goes by, but nothing works out, right? So Knuckles tries to go up and punch him. Sonic and Tails are on a plane. They're doing evasive maneuvers. Sonic gets a little too cocky, gets shot off by a missile, and then Tails tries to fly around and gets clipped by the mustache, which was funny. They had a friggin' mustache flapper thingy that crushed one of the wings of Tails' plane, and Tails got out of that alive. And then they make their way back to the city, the central of Green Hill, and they come up with a plan. Apparently, the plan was go for the nuts.
Go for the groin.
Go for the
Stop
groin.
saying
Stop
groin.
saying
It's
groin.
disgusting.
Stop saying groin. But anyway, so
wait,
a giant.
I'm the groin.
I'm the groin. Anyway.
That was unironically that was both funny and like, oh yeah, that makes sense. Totally.
Yeah. So
I cut this out of the podcast. Okay.
Hold on, let me mark it. Let me mark it. I can't mark it in Audacity. Good job.
I clapped. Okay.
I clapped when I saw
positive. I'm GC Vasquez. I'm Giancarlo's groin.
Good one.
All right.
Anyway, so
All right. Yeah. Just to make sure. Yeah. Yeah. I clapped a lot in my recording.
Okay.
So.
So they come up with a plan. Sonic uses his speed to cause a distraction. Tails will lift Knuckles up and do a thing. So Tails' brain, Knuckles' strength, and Sonic's distraction with his speed. And it all works out well. Sonic uses his speed, gets a little bit too cocky, and I think he runs out of energy. Like he became exhausted on the bridge. Mm-hmm. Like the bridge that you see at the beginning of the movie, right? So flashback to the beginning of the movie, that's where this bridge is. He shoots that bridge down right as Sonic is on it, comes down to the ground. Sonic is severely injured. And while Sonic is basically almost dead, Knuckles and Tails are inside the head of the Death Egg robot. Tails is causing a distraction, and then Knuckles pulls a friggin' Sonic the Hedgehog 3 and punches the Master Emerald out of Eggman.
Yeah.
I was like, Knuckles is amazing. Like friggin' he can punch the Super out of Super Sonic, and he can punch the Master out of Eggman. It's great.
Before we talk more about the Death Egg, I think one of my favorite gags was when they were when Lee was operating.
Yeah.
Lee and Eggman were operating the Death Egg.
Oh, the manual.
And then they're the manual.
It was like a Sega Genesis manual. I noticed that. I thought that was so good.
That was awesome.
Yeah, I thought I read the manual. I'm like, I don't know.
My sister literally just texted me, "Pinders be tripping." We're gonna get to that point anyway. So.
Oh, probably because I just retweeted something about that.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Okay, yeah, you're fine. She's at work. She needs to be off her phone anyway. So Knuckles punches the emerald out of Eggman, and it flies out to like a couple meters away from Sonic. And so while Sonic is trying to grab the emerald, God rest their soul, not rest their soul, but God love Tom and Maddie. Literally jacks some dude's truck with their permission, and drives to Sonic, and this is one of those. I was talking to this about with Tony. I was like, parents are always there for their kids, and when they grow up, kids are always there for their parents. This is basically that scene. So
yeah.
So they drive, pick up Sonic, and at the same time, Sonic grabs the emerald. So Sonic is safe for now, right? They're in the comfort of the vehicle. So the Death Egg robot is powered by the emerald, but Sonic has the emerald now, so it's not powered by anything. But Eggman, thinking wisely, has an auxiliary power unit somewhere in the Death Egg. Gets it powered enough, flips the car over with all three of them in it. They're all okay, a little scuffed up, but they're all there, like, trying to think of something to do because Eggman draws a ring of fire around them. They can't escape it. And then what happens, right? The Master Emerald shatters. Oh, shit, we're dead. And then Tails and Knuckles are looking on. So Eggman stomps on top of Tom, Maddie, and Sonic. It's done for them, right? Biggest twist in the movie. We all saw it coming.
I didn't see it coming, honestly.
Tony didn't see it coming.
I did, but that's only because the fucking toy leaked it 2 months in advance.
Brittany got spoiled because of a toy. I got spoiled because some jackass on Twitter literally added me with screenshots of it and posted it in my Discord server. Discord.jrstand.com.
And I didn't get spoiled at all because I wasn't talking about the Sonic movie at all. Because I knew if I talked about Sonic movie at any point, Twitter's algorithm was gonna go, "Hey, do you want the Sonic movie?
Oh, did I tell you that someone actually remember that? I don't know if y'all saw this one post.
Yes.
That one post where it was like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna see the Sonic movie in like 11 hours." Someone actually tried to spoil the movie for me. And I didn't open it because I was like, whatever, I don't care, because I knew most of it anyways on sheer accident. But I was just like, I'm not gonna open it because his profile pic was literally one of the only ones I actually knew. So I was like, whatever, that's fine.
It was Shadow.
Yeah. So I'm gonna post a screen cap in a sec. Whenever I finally saw the movie, I was like, oh, let me see what was left. Like, let's see what he actually sent me, and it was just Shadow, and I'm just like, what a fucking idiot. What a maroon. I already knew this. So I sent him back
Sonic
this.
3 is gonna fuck. Oh, LMFAO, I purposely looked this one up. Thanks for the reminder, bud. Sonic 3 is gonna fuck. Anyway, so back to the story. We'll get this. We'll finish the story up. So the Master Emerald shatters, and the 7. We all learned that it's infused with the 7 Chaos Emeralds.
No,
so the Master Emerald in this series is made of the Chaos Emeralds. So all 7 Chaos Emeralds fall out. And this isn't elaborated upon, but I've gone into detail about it with Brendan on the way home. Apparently the Chaos Emeralds are sentient and they know who needs them. And Sonic apparently Sonic's brain, Chaos Emerald brain, fused together. They knew they needed each other, so Sonic basically transforms into Super Sonic at the 2 frames before they get stomped, right? Mm-hmm. And while Tails and Knuckles are sitting there speechless because Sonic is dead, apparently this yellow glow starts emitting from the bottom, and Sonic is literally holding up the entirety of the Death Egg robot in Supersonic form. And this is where I cried. Seeing Supersonic on the big screen, oh my god, it's great. So basically, Eggman just got his shit kicked in.
Okay, so my reaction, I'm sorry to interrupt,
but
my reaction to that is like, okay, I'm like, oh no, the Master Emerald, I was like, oh no, the Master Emerald's shattering, no. And then when I saw those 7 little gems, I'm like, oh no. So I actually... I got up on my seat, like I was standing up straight. Then I got even more. I zoomed in even more when he got smudged. I'm like, I'm gonna actually fucking see Supersonic on the silver screen. On the big screen. Holy fucking shit! It is a time to be alive.
It is great. It was amazing.
One
thing. Go ahead. One thing I thought was neat about the Supersonic thing is that like he completely just straight up fucks up the Death Egg robot, and I thought it was really cool how they did that. That was so sick. It was amazing.
But I like how they just kill him. I like how he just fucking ends him by doing the fucking Sonic 06 tap from the opening cutscene.
Poke.
Oh, so that's how it's gonna be, huh?
Yeah.
One, and then. That's how it's gonna be. That was an amazing scene. I mean, so we'll get back to this. We'll fast forward. Sonic becomes Super, fucks up the Death Egg robot, cuts the entire top of the Death Egg robot off, exposes Robotnik, and ends it with the Sonic 06 poke from the opening. Robotnik goes, so that's how it's gonna be, huh? Swan dives backwards and ends Jim Carrey's career.
Yeah.
so I was talking with my dad earlier, or rather after I got home from the movie, right? I said, I'm not going to say exactly how he goes out, but when you see it, and this is actually the end of Jim Carrey's career, and he does retire, he went out in Jim Carrey style. Like that is the way Jim Carrey should go out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And he went out. And then so Supersonic appeared, I cried. Tony shat himself, and Brendan's over there just eating it up. Moody and Colin, the ones who went with me, didn't know what the hell to think of it because, they thought it was badass. So I'll probably talk with Moody, do like a spoiler cast with Moody and Colin. So we've all seen the movie, and we all know Sonic, and Moody and Colin don't know... Colin doesn't even remember what happened in the first one, and Moody hasn't seen the first one. So I took somebody who hasn't seen the first one to see the second one, and he thought it was a good ass movie. So that says something about the second Sonic movie. Anyway, so back to the story. After the wreckage has been cleared and they go home, right? Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles, and Maddie and Tom, they play baseball. It's a fun scene. Knuckles doesn't know how to play baseball. Sonic is taking the role of Patrick. They're taking the role of Patrick and calling out the game, and then Sonic runs away from the microphone to play catcher. It was a good thing. And then Tails throws the pitch, and Knuckles, instead of using the bat, he punches the ball.
He punches the ball. Yeah.
He punches the ball through the scoreboard, through the top of the 6th inning score, right? He punches it through the damn scoreboard, and then he runs the bases. And then they all laugh and have a good time. And then
I am the owner of this base. I am the owner of this base now.
It was great. But at the end of it, they're all going home, right? And then Tom and Sonic get together and they talk for a bit. They're like, "You're liking your new friends, huh?" or something like that. And then I don't know exactly what is said, but what sticks out to me the most is that Sonic finally called Tom Dad.
Yeah,
that was neat.
And that tugged on my heartstrings a lot. I almost broke down again, after when he did that. It was I knew it was going to happen eventually. I knew either he was going to let it slip or he was going to do it with purpose, and he did it with purpose, and that made it even more. That moment even more special. And then they all get together, and then Knuckles puts Tails on his shoulder, and then they go back to the car, which, by the way, this is the reason why I knocked 5 points off the score, is that they replaced... I can't believe they did this, and Chevrolet probably paid a lot of money for this.
Oh, no, here we go.
They swapped the Toyota Tacoma, and instead of Tom getting a new Tacoma, he got a Chevrolet Colorado Z71.
Okay.
But no, only car people are going to get this, so I'm not going to go into too much detail.
I don't understand a single word of what this means.
I don't understand it, but I kind of feel like I just, depending on your reaction, I know what you kind of feel like.
Toyotas are better. Let's just say that. But I'm happy that they did it in deep blue. I'm happy that the color was blue. And at the end of the movie,
I'm sorry.
I like how Knuckles. They almost forgot the Master.
I was about to say
funny.
they leave the Master Emerald in an ice chest at the field with cans in it. It looks like the Pepsi, but they left the Master Emerald inside of an ice chest for whatever reason. Actually, wait, we do have to backtrack a little bit. After Sonic, and we did talk about this a little bit, but after Sonic basically kills Robotnik, he gets down, he summons the perfect chili dog from the sky, and comes back to original Sonic and has one land in Knuckles' eyes. Right? It was a great scene. But after that, Sonic transforms back to normal, and then he fuses the Chaos Emeralds back into the Master Emerald. And
Knuckles does that.
Yeah, Knuckles does that. And then they all talk about how they all are how they're all in charge of protecting it in one way, shape, or form. So that was a really good. That's a good call to the games as well. Because all of them really care about this emerald. They don't want it because it's powerful. None of them want it to get into the wrong hands. So it's a really good call to the games and the stories in the comics as well. Because it's quintessential Sonic, right? We all know the emerald because of Sonic. So, back to the baseball. They leave. They have a good time. Credits roll. Mid-credits scene. Gunn is investigating the wreckage of Eggman, and then they start talking about something that they found in Robotnik's records. Something called Project Shadow.
Whoa, I wonder what that could be.
Oh, yeah, I wonder what that could be, too. Anyway.
I wonder what the fuck. Oh, my God. So, I'm ready to tell my reaction to this.
Okay, go for it, Tony. Because me and Brendan got spoiled on it, so yours is...
I purposefully looked that shit up. I'm not even gonna...
Thank you, Google. Thank you, Google. Oh, my God, my Google Home just started going off.
Okay.
Oh, shh.
So I had three predictions of what the post-credit scene could be. My major want would be Chaos, because that means Sonic Adventure movie. My safe bet would be Metal Sonic. And my, oh my god, this is gonna make the internet fucking explode, was Shadow, right? Because, the more I thought about it, I was just like, I wouldn't mind if they did it, if it was Shadow. I actually kind of would want that. And so, when I got to it, I'm like, okay, yeah, whatever. Okay, post-credit scene, let's pay attention. And then once they fucking said 50, a project from, we found something in Guns folders, I'm like, okay. Because I'm like, okay, that means not Chaos. And I'm like, a project from 50 years ago. I went,
it was a progressive reveal. This was total fan service.
Yeah, they were just like, Guns files. I'm like, okay, it's probably, the safe bet, it's probably either Metal Sonic or it's probably Metal Sonic. And then once they said 50 years, I'm like, holy fucking shit. I was so no, I think I didn't know how much I screamed, but I was like, holy shit, no fucking way.
You know what?
No fucking way.
Here's the thing, right? I initially thought that they were going to do Metal Sonic, and then as soon as they said, "Oh, we're not going to go with the games in order," I was like, "Okay, it's Shadow then."
That's what I was like. Even before I was spoiled, I was like, "This is basically telling," because chronologically it would be Metal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rather. In the order of games released, it would be Metal.
When Shadow started coming, whenever the Shadow tube or whatever started coming out of the ground, James can confirm there was 2 people behind us going, "No, let's fucking."
There was a lot that were with kids there too. I was
the kids.
I think I heard
the kids going, "Oh, Shadow." I think I heard
one of them go. I heard one of them go, "Oh shit." It was great. It was great, dude. This is why I love Sonic, is that the excitement for things like this is you can't get enough of it. It was so exciting.
Yeah.
And we'll conclude with this. We're excited for Sonic 3.
And the Knuckles miniseries.
We are, and I want Ken Penders to shit himself over the Knuckles miniseries.
I want Viacom's lawyers to just straight up screw him.
I want Viacom's lawyers to cast him into the lake of fire. Anyway.
So true.
So
okay.
So
so are we gonna? So what are we gonna say? I already want to say I want to talk. I've been waiting to reveal who I really want to play Shadow in Sonic 3.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
Okay.
Go for it.
So I'm gonna make a case for Asian American actor Will Yun Lee. Okay.
Okay.
I
saw what you were talking about with him. Yeah, but go ahead.
Yeah, I really think I know he technically has Sega contacts because he was in Yakuza Like a Dragon, right? And I did showcase some of his lines in that game. And why I'm thinking that is, number one, if you're gonna class a celebrity actor, and since I feel like they have a lot of I feel like since they casted a black actor as Knuckles, they should do an Asian American actor for Shadow, right? I kind of want them to even kind of consider that sort of thing and considering when I think of Will Yun Lee's performance in a lot of these videos, he has these weird chords that make him sound very deep and very sinister. Apparently he was you notice he plays a lot of bad guys.
Oh, yeah.
He plays a lot of bad guys. Apparently he was also in. I'm looking through his Wikipedia. Was he the bad guy in Die Another Day? From the James Bond movie Die Another Day. He was in The Wolverine. He was in he was in Rampage. If you remember.
Oh yeah, Rampage. That was a fun movie. I like that movie.
Yeah, if you remember Rampage, he was the guy. He was one of the guys who he was one of the. Yeah, he was in Rampage, and that fucking caught me off guard. I was like, wait a minute, that's the guy he's from Yakuza. What the fuck? The Yakuza English stuff. But he was also in Sleeping Dogs and what have you.
He
was a Yeah, if you remember Sleeping Dogs, he was Wei Shen, but I really think that he can make a really good. I think he can do a really good Shadow.
Yeah.
But yeah, William, like from my pick of the week, William Lee. Please, Sega, get William Lee again. Y'all used him for Like a Dragon. Use him for Sonic 3.
Me and Brendan are on the same page that if not that, because let's be real here. William Lee, not as famous as Keanu Reeves. Keanu Reeves could probably pull off a really good Shadow.
Let me see.
So Joey showed me this video and it sold me.
It's great. It just worked.
I haven't seen this.
Let's get Tony's live reaction to the video.
It's really good. I can totally see it.
I can see it too. So it could add to the whole thing from the first Sonic movie where he's like, "Whoa, I love Keanu." Yeah. You sound like Keanu.
That would actually be kind of funny.
You sound like Keanu. Who the hell is that?
No, okay. Who the hell is that? Oh, you know what? Fuck it. He's Keanu's number 2.
Yeah, that's what I don't know who else would be in number 3 other than the obvious Jason Griffith. Then number 4 would be Kirk.
Yeah, I would. If we got Jason Griffith, I would actually cream my pants.
Yeah, I think all of us collectively would.
Yeah. Because
I love Shadow the Hedgehog, the game. I love Shadow the Hedgehog, and I really think he did a really good job as Shadow.
He's my favorite Shadow. I'm not even.
I don't like the game, but he is a good Shadow.
Damn. Shadow has to. He has to say a swear word.
He has to say one swear word. He has to say damn.
Yeah, he has to say damn. Please, Sega, please let Shadow say damn in the Sonic movie.
You want to know what I noticed a lot of in Sonic 2 is as they brought up the deity a lot. They especially Sonic a couple times he went, "Oh my god." I was like, you don't see that in kids movies a whole lot these days. I mean, now these days that's a little bit less taboo, but you don't normally see a hedgehog we never saw that in the games. And it was really shocking when I was playing through Sonic Heroes back in July when I was playing in Amy's story, where she was like, "Oh my god." I was like, that was shocking to me. Because I'm not used to hearing that in a Sonic game, but Sonic went, "Oh my god," a couple times, and then I was like, I guess we're bringing up the deity now. So Sonic is Christian, confirmed. No, but it was. Final thoughts on the movie. Now that we've gone over, we are let's just say an hour and 49 minutes into this recording.
This recording's as long as the movie. People could just watch the movie at this point.
Yeah, hey, it's a good idea. Watch the movie, put it on mute, and listen to us talk about it.
Yeah, and what you can also do is if you're on a car ride, you're like driving somewhere, you can just listen to us.
Yeah, there's the video that we're showing is nothing. It's just supplemental. Yeah. So final thoughts on the movie. We'll start with Brendan.
I really liked it. Massive improvement from the first one. I think on Letterboxd I gave it an 8 out of 10. Because, I don't know, just a couple small things kept me from thinking it was any higher. I bet on a rewatch I'd give it a 9, I'm not going to lie. Because thinking back on it, I'm like, I liked it a little more than an 8, to be honest. Let's just go 8.5 for now. Like, if we're going on a scale.
Okay.
It's
Tony?
the Sonic movie we've been waiting for. That's basically all I'm going to say.
Tony, your thoughts?
Yeah. My thoughts is I was not expecting to love it as much as I did, honestly. Like, I was expecting a good, fun Sonic movie with Knuckles, but I ended up, enjoying myself a lot. Because I think a lot of things I've been trying to do, I've been trying to lower my expectations for a lot of things, even the things I'm the most excited for. And when I do, I genuinely do get surprised. I'm like, I was not, when you lower your expectations and, say something ends up mid, you're just like, it's okay. But if something, ends up really good, you end up really loving it, right?
Yeah.
Because I was not expecting to love this movie as much as I did. Because, like I said, I wasn't... and I did, and I really did. I had a really fun time from beginning to end. And And yeah, I'm really excited to see where they're going to take, where they're especially going to take Sonic 3. And the joke I remember earlier making beforehand is that like when they don't have Jim Carrey for Sonic 3, is that they would pull a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3 where they said, except instead of going to feudal Japan, they just do Sonic and the Black Knight. and yeah, Tom's there, and it, like you saw the.
He's gonna look
like,
just like he did in that. What the fuck is that Disney movie called? I forgot what it's called already. Enchanted. Yeah, Enchanted. I couldn't remember what it was called for some reason. It just looks like he does an Enchanted. He just pulls out the suit again.
Yeah.
Fat Eggman this time.
Fat Eggman, but he's animated. Jim Carrey just comes out and says, "Oh yeah, I said I was done.
Not dead.
I just said I was done acting. I didn't say anything about voice acting." LMAO.
I can see it.
Lamau, I am Eggman.
So, I guess I'll move on to my thoughts. So I'll echo what Tony said about lowering your expectations. Because when you don't have your expectations so high, for one, you usually go into it having a little bit more fun because, especially if you're doing it with friends, like me and Brendan on the car ride up, we were just talking shit the whole time about everything, right? Especially since both of us knew the climax of the movie and the post-credit scene, so we were just talking a bunch of shit about it. So when you lower your expectations, you have more fun. You have more fun with it. You have more fun with the experience. You have more fun with friends. And if you're like me, so I'll say it one more time. I did get spoiled. I got spoiled on the Supersonic. I got spoiled on the Shadow. I was mad. I was more mad that it happened in my Discord community because there's a lot of people in there that want to see the movie, and I didn't want me to facilitate spoilers or anything like that. So that's what I mainly got upset about. But it didn't really affect me. In fact, it made me want to see the movie more. So yeah. I went into it. I went into it with sort of mixed expectations. Like, I know what's going to happen at the end, but at the same time, there's all this action in the middle of it that I don't know. So I have to balance my expectations. And what happened at the end of it was I made the right call. Yeah. I was at the end of it. I was everybody. And Brendan can attest to this. Moody and Tyler were like, no, Moody and Colin were like, "You good?" And I said, "I need a moment." I was at the edge of my seat, leaning forward. I was like, I need a moment, because I knew that if I had left the theater right then, I would not be able to drive home. That's just how and it comes down to me being emotionally attached to the franchise. I mean, I'm 21 years old. I've loved Sonic for all of that. So seeing him on the big screen made me very happy on the inside. So, and if you follow me on Twitter at all, you will see basically how happy I was. I've told multiple people that I went into an emotional shock when your brain is overwhelmed with so much of one emotion that your body just completely shuts off because your brain is trying to comprehend everything. It happens with people, and it happened with me about at like 3 a.m. one time. I basically put out a big love letter to the blue guy. But it was a movie that made me feel really, really good. It was a feel-good movie. It's a good movie to take with your kids. I saw plenty of kids there at the theater who brought their own, who brought their toys. One brought their Tails plush. I brought my Build-A-Bear. There ain't nothing wrong with being 21 and bringing a Build-A-Bear with you to watch a movie.
I brought Lilac.
Tony brought Lilac, and he's a few years older than I am. So hey, if I can be 70 years old and bringing your Sonic toys to watch the second Sonic movie, I don't care. I don't judge. I got a lot of looks, but at the same time, I'm enjoying myself. You want to know what's funny? I love Tyler, right? I think Tyler was the best dressed man at the theater. Don't you agree, Brent? He was in a yellow button-down shirt, and everybody else was just like wearing their Sonic shirts and everything like that, and wearing T-shirts and caps like that. And Moody came all dressed up, wearing cologne and a button-down shirt.
And then there's me in a fucking Mountain Dew Baja
He
black
was wearing
shirt.
his Baja shirt.
I had my Sonic shirt. My
Tony was
Yakuza
wearing that
jacket.
drip.
Yeah, I wore my Super Groupies Yakuza Like a Dragon jacket. But it's a bit small on me. But I cared, but I also didn't care.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I mean, how could you? You're going to see your favorite blue bastard on the screen.
And I also I forgot to have my Sonic hat too.
You did have your Sonic. I brought mine, the one I'm wearing right now, the one with Sonic on the left side. Tony hasn't seen it, but Brendan knows the hat I'm talking about. But
yeah, Eric knows the hat too.
Eric does know the hat. So the context here is, if you're curious, is that me, Brendan, were in Texas, and a friend of ours, Eric, also lives in Texas, right by where we were. So we texted him, say, "Hey, meet us here." And then he met us there, and the only reason he knew who we were is I'm 6'4", and I was wearing this hat, and it had Sonic on the side of it, and he knew that's who. Okay, Brendan's right there with him, so it was funny. This hat, I get recognized in this hat, I guess. It happened once, but it'll happen again eventually. No, it won't. But my rating on the movie was a 93 out of 100. Because and we said before that the whole Knuckles being a bumbling idiot thing, I can let it slide in this movie.
It's the end of the movie. It happens at the end of the movie.
And it does happen at the end, and it makes it a little bit more heartwarming as well. It's like, okay, it's Knuckles is getting used to being friends with people again, around people constantly again. So, he's grown up this stern echidna, and watch the movie. Just watch the movie. It's in theaters, for God's sakes. Anyway, so
the Spider-Man 2002 of video game movies.
Yeah, I saw that earlier.
It is in fact that it is great, and I can't wait to see what they do in Sonic 3. I can't wait to see how they spin the fate of Robotnik. I can't wait to see what Stone does, because he was in the post-credit scene too, looking like, oh, this is something I can use to get revenge on that blue hedgehog. Yeah. And me and Brendan were talking about that all the way home. It was a fun conversation.
They could totally just make him Eggman.
He could just fill that role. He wouldn't be the Eggman. He'd just be in the role.
He'd become extremely schizophrenic.
You know what he's so cool? You know what he'd be really cool? If you base, if he ends up becoming the main villain, and I want them to give Lee his own cloak, but base it off like the Sonic Heroes Metal Sonic. Think about it. Like, just think, like, have his costumes resemble like Metal Sonic, but it can be like the Metal Sonic drip in Sonic Heroes. It could be its own color, like whatever. It could be like green. It could be, I think, more red, to reference, red or white. You know what I mean? Think about that. I want to see him in like some really cool robe or some shit like that. Yeah. Lee looks like the type of man who would be super fucking fashionable.
No. Did you see what he was looking through in the movie? Freaking Jim Carrey in the maid outfit. It was great.
Yeah.
Okay. Since that came up, I guess this is probably gonna be the last thing I bring up, Stone's gotta be gay. There ain't no way.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that.
No, there isn't. I don't mean that derogatorily. I mean that he's gotta be.
It's playful as well. It's not shoved in your face. It's tasteful. He's just a really cool guy. He's just a really cool guy.
Yeah.
Sega's 5th gay character.
Damn, they already beat Disney.
I think, unironically, because I'm trying to think of all the gay characters, and most of them I can think of are from Atlas games.
Damn,
and everyone hates how they're portrayed in Atlas games. So, but yeah.
It was.
Lee. It was a really
what's her name? Natasha Lee. They stole the show. They They were the comedy this movie needed. But like I said, I can't wait for Tyler Perry as Medea in Sonic the Hedgehog 3. I'm waiting for it.
The big crossover.
The crossover that nobody thought they wanted, but everyone needed. I can imagine it. It's so damn stupid. Anyway, so that's really it. I mean, we talked through the story, gave our thoughts throughout, and any final thoughts?
Sonic 3's gonna fuck.
Sonic 3's gonna fuck.
Yeah, that's it. Basically, I don't know what else. We already kind of predicted.
All right, I am a little jealous that I wasn't invited to the Sonic 2 movie premiere, Katie. You're gonna
get your ass kicked so hard.
I am very jealous. Fidel did not deserve. No, I'm playing. Please, everyone, I'm playing. But I will say this: if I'm not invited to the Yakuza movie, I will raise some eyebrows.
You will drive and invade in LA. You will.
Yeah, I will drive and invade in LA. I will, but I will raise some eyebrows.
My final thoughts: Sonic 3 is gonna fuck. That's all I can say.
Yeah, Sonic 3 is gonna fuck, and also just to make sure, as a PSA for everyone, don't go all the way to a different country to see a movie a week before everyone else does, because that's gonna really kill your enjoyment of the movie.
Yeah, you should just download a camera anyway. Like a normal person.
So anyway, man, at the end of this podcast, I just called out a bunch of people.
Wait, people actually did that? What the fuck?
LS Mark did that.
What?
Apparently.
No, LS Mark's British.
Oh right, someone did that?
I don't care. This isn't. I'm not facilitating this on my YouTube channel.
Celebs, I'm good.
Yeah, I'm not facilitating.
Most likely an celeb. Cut this out. Cut that out.
No, leave it in. Fuck celebs, to be honest.
I'm probably just gonna leave everything in except for like the things that Tony explicitly tells me to cut out.
Yeah, you can leave that. You can leave this in.
Like the time where he told me that he was a flaming homosexual in the podcast. Yeah. I'll let you find that. I'm kidding.
Guys, okay, it's a joke. I've got a couple hours to waste.
Yeah.
Oh, Shadow's trending. I think people saw the movie.
Yeah.
No, people.
I saw Shadow the Hedgehog trend like 3 times the whole time we've been recording this. By the way.
Oh yeah, it has. I've been refreshing. Anyway, so that's it. We've officially surpassed the runtime of Sonic 2.
Awesome.
Oh shit, you're right.
So it's 2 hours and 2 minutes, and we've been recording for 2:04. So that's it. That's it for us. We will say once again, go see the movie. You are doing yourself a disservice, and I will say personally, it is a fun movie to go see with your family, with your kids if you've got them, with your parents if you want to just have a good time with your family. Nothing is too egregious. Jim Carrey is Jim Carrey. And it is a excuse me. It is just a great all-around experience, and you will enjoy it with whoever you go and see it with. And if you choose to see it with nobody, still a good viewing experience, from what I hear.
Yeah.
So that's it. You can find Tony as Sonickick on YouTube, Sonickick2 on Twitter. Brendan is at BlackRockShadow on Twitter, and I am JRStan_ on Twitter, JRStan on YouTube, JRStan_ on Twitch. Discord.jrstan.com. Come join. We have a good time over there talking about how I suck at video games. And yeah, go watch the movie.
Cool.
And we're done.